Hey, what's happening, my joyful people? It's Kimberly. I hope you are having an amazing start to almost weekend time, right? We're almost there. So, I'm here today to talk to my ladies about the TaTas. Yes, it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And I figured why not kick the month off with some information on how to protect our health in that way as ladies here. Men as well, because the surprising fact is that men can actually suffer from a form of breast cancer as well. So I just want you to know, while we tend to think more ladies, men are not excluded from this as well. Hey Ruth, hey, how you doing? It's good to see you. So, all right, here we go. Let's take a look. So just understand that 5 to 10% of people who have breast cancer have it because of a genofactor in their bodies. However, 90 to 95% have gotten there because of diet and lifestyle choices. That's huge. So that means that we can, if we ate our way into something or did something in our environment that created this toxicity and the carcinogens in our body to form into a cancerous cell, then there are things that we can do to help and reverse that. So I want to make sure that I'm bringing some of those things to your attention. So here are some cancer fighting foods. Number one, not number one. It's not like I'm giving you a list of which one's number one. It's just, this is number one of the 10. Is turmeric, all right? So turmeric reduces inflammation, but it also reduces tumor size. So because of the compound of curcumin. All right, so that is something that you want to be sure that you're getting turmeric in your diet. I say you can sprinkle turmeric as a spice in eggs. You can drink turmeric tea, which I call golden milk. I actually have a recipe on my website for that, which is doallthingswithjoy.com. Check it out. It's really good and relaxing that you can have in the evenings. But getting turmeric, it's also one of the main ingredients in curry, so eating curry can be helpful for those of you who like those spices put together, but turmeric. And you can also take a turmeric pill, but if you can get it in your food, do it that way. But I will tell you, I even have a video on turmeric on YouTube for Share the Joy. You must couple it with pepper, okay? Couple it with pepper. Because watch the video. I'm not going to go into that one. It's not about turmeric today. So turmeric's number one. All right, lentils, number two. Lentils, yes. So getting lentils in reduces your caloric intake. And one of the biggest factors also with sometimes breast cancer can be being overweight. And so we want to make sure that the fat cells we tend, as women, when we gain weight, we gain it in our stomach and our hips, our thighs, and our breast. And sometimes when you're overweight and that overproduction of fat cells, it can create a carcinogenic, or not necessarily carcinogenic, but cancerous cells in the breast tissue. So lentils help you to feel full, which will also help you to reduce your caloric intake. But it also has polyphenols that can help with anything going on as far as cancer cells are concerned. So polyphenols in lentils. The other thing, avocados, it inhibits the growth of tumors with what we call phytochemicals. And so basically those are chemicals from the plant. The thing that protects the plant is the same thing that can protect you. So micronutrients like vitamin C, vitamin E, B6, and folic acid, and also, or folate, and potassium. So I wanted to make sure you had some of those things, that's coming from the avocados. So getting some of those healthy fats in the body is going to be very important. Walnuts, omega-3, very helpful in inhibiting the growth rate of tumors found in breast tissue. Blueberries, I love blueberries. So throw them in some smoothies and or put them in, just eat them by themselves, popping blueberries, or you can put them in your oatmeal, anything like that. Reduces free radical damage within the body, and it also promotes healthy aging. So those free radicals are things that even you can get in lifestyle things as far as living outside and different carcinogens that come into contact with our skin and our breathing in the air. Sweet potatoes, another one of those foods that helps you feel full, very high in fiber, vitamin A and vitamin C, and it also has an anti-turmeric effect as well. So sweet potatoes, eat those sweet potatoes as those complex carbs. They're really good for you. Chickpeas, another anti-cancerous activity. Basically, chickpeas can help. When they did this with the lab animals to take a look at how the breast tissue performs, actually chickpeas created a medicine-like effect that it had anti-cancerous activity. So when you're looking at the cells in a petri dish and you have the cells actually dying off from the rats, or I should say the mice that they had when they were consuming a diet full of chickpeas. Olive oil is one, and that's antioxidant and anti-inflammatory. So getting plenty of olive oil in the diet, that is going to be great. Broccoli, all right, y'all. So eating your broccoli, I know sometimes we don't want to do it, but it's also full of protein, and it has anti-tumorous effects, and it prevents metastasizing tissue. So just know that of that. And you can also have cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, cabbage. That type of carnivorous vegetables are extremely important. And the last one, number 10, we got there, is spinach. And spinach can work to alleviate what we call, goodness, what I can't even read my writing. Carcinogens. Yeah, it can help to reduce that. And basically it can help to reprogram the cancer cells. Exactly. So I write these things down so I don't get sidetracked and then I can't read my own writing. So hold on one second. Somebody said, we're just talking about chickpea dish. Oh, good. All right. Awesome, Ruth. I'm glad that you are tagging somebody to see that. So those are the 10. Real quick, we're going to go over them again. Get some turmeric, some lentils, avocados, walnuts, blueberries, sweet potatoes, chickpeas, olive oil, and broccoli, and spinach. All 10. You've got them. The other thing we want to think about, make sure that you're not smoking. That habit, really, we've gone over it, and I know it's hard to break, but that's one of the biggest things you want to do. You want to make sure you're consuming more fruits and vegetables. That is huge. And also high fibrous foods. We talked about that also for feeling full. When we talked about the lentils and the sweet potatoes and other high carb foods. Also, not high carb, high fibrous foods, excuse me. And then opt for natural sweeteners only. So we don't want to have any of the artificial sweeteners. Take those out of your diet, please, please, please. If you're having a hard time thinking about, okay, how do I change my diet? How do I do this? I have a program called Gut Check 21. We start up on Monday. Please join me. I walk people through how to make some of these changes, most of these changes actually. So if you are interested in that, I would love to have you. So go to my website, doallthingswithjoy.com, and you can check out Gut Check 21. There's a button right there and it'll take you to all the information about the program. Also, opt for natural sweeteners. We said that limit your alcohol. Now, a glass of wine is definitely not a problem, but when we're consuming too much alcohol, that can also increase our chances for breast cancer from lifestyle choices. Avoid conventional dairy. So we're not talking about kefir or other high quality yogurts, but things like just regular dairy milk and lots of loaded cheese and things like that. We probably want to stay away from those. Avoid processed grains. So we're not talking about quinoa. We're not talking about brown rice or any of those barleys or good ancient grains. We're talking about the stuff that's bread and, our bleached out pastas and things like that. So let's make sure that we're not dealing with our processed grains. Choose organic when you can. Some things don't matter. And I talked about when it matters and when it doesn't in another one of my Share the Joys. Check it out on YouTube. I've got all the Share the Joys on there. It's 140 some of them right now, I think. And so but like an avocado, you don't necessarily have to have organic because it has such a thick skin. It's hard for pesticides to come through that. So just know if it's thin, like celery or even onions or things like that, you want to try to choose as organic as possible. And then also maintain a healthy weight and exercise. Get outside with some fresh air. These are all things that can help you with breast cancer. A lot of us sit there and think that, we not necessarily worry, but we're, what can I do? Is there anything that I can do? Yes, there are plenty of things that you can do. Diet and lifestyle, remember, is so important because only 5 to 10% of people develop breast cancer due to a genetic mutation or issue, a gene that you carry. So please, by all means, take this seriously. I ask that you share the joy with other people. I mean, these foods, these top 10 foods are really good foods. It's not like I'm asking you to, increase sardines and you just really can't stand it. These are all wonderful wonderful foods that are complementary to lots of dishes. So I appreciate all of you who are hanging in here with me and are, sharing this out to your friends and your family. Remember, if you need help changing your diet or your lifestyle, please, please, please jump in to Gut Check 21. Oh, I see a question. Thanks for all your info, Kimberly. 3 quick questions. Is there a type of olive oil that's better than others? Yes, and I will put that in the comment section just so that people can have links to all of that. But the richer and the darker, the better. But here's what most people mistake. They want to cook with this olive oil. You don't cook with the olive oil. You season on top of things with the olive oil or brush them on things, but you never want to saute with olive oil. You can use coconut oil for that, or you can use avocado oil, but your olive oil, the smoke point can actually become carcinogenic. So that is huge. I have to actually, since I'm on my phone, expand, hopefully. Okay, so is there also a difference between a sweet potato and a yam? Yes. We tend to only eat sweet potatoes. Yams are literally nothing like what we see. So they may label something a yam in the United States, it's a sweet potato. So all of the things that you see out there, unless you're going to a very specific international market, it's not a yam. So whatever you're buying, whether they call it a yam or a sweet potato, usually in the US, unless you're in an international market, is a sweet potato. So that is very true. And maybe I'll do a Share the Joy on helping you guys figure those things out, because it's pretty interesting. And then what about, because real quick, I'm gonna go back. A yam is very, very, very fibrous. It's not, it's usually white, and it is not that good. Like, it's good if you chop it up and put it into stews and things like that, but it's not where you would eat it. So you're eating a sweet potato all the time. And what about a super high quality cheese? Is that okay? So I guess my question for you is, what do you consider super high quality cheese? So I would say something like a goat cheese is closest to human milk as far as the amino acids that are there, and thus our digestive system picks it up a little bit better. And maybe a high quality mozzarella, depending upon what you have, but just because this is an expensive cheese doesn't mean that dairy is actually good for you, or that you're able to digest it well. So you have to know yourself. Every person has bio-individuality, and one person's food can be another person's poison. So I take that as a coach. I never say one size fits all, but those are the answers to those 3 questions. I hope that helps. If you have any other questions, anyone, either whether you're watching it live right now or in the replay, I love answering questions. And if I don't have the answer, I for sure will provide you with the answer in their comment section after looking it up, because I don't know everything, but I come here and I try to educate as much as I can. So I hope that you take time to click the share button, tell people about this one. I think it's something that can really help women out there, and men as well. And if you are interested in Gut Check 21, which starts on Monday, I'm excited about it. My half off deal ends tonight. Okay, so it ends tonight, and the program will go to full price after that point. So I hope that you take time to take a look at that and tell your friends and family about it. I love you all. I enjoy coming here and sharing the joy with you. So remember to do all things with joy and share the joy. Peace and blessings. Bye-bye.